because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Down! Cougar 19!
Here we go, here we go!
70 Lion!
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
This is Barkley.
Prime time, baby.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
34's the mic, 34's the mic, he's coming.
Throwing Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Pick it up!
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
4 down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started. And you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Hey!
Mike!
They'll run here with Swift. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike, 55.
Goff now to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
I'm going to go. 180.
You gonna get
Shell.
You think you gonna get this?
Switch!
First and 7, Swift. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after getting more than 1 on that play.
taken in by Hawkinson here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
180!
48 Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field stretch has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Break
What? White 20!
54 Mike.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
DC!
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
Tiger!
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Don't let him
Turbo!
The throw is gone.
play that guy deep.
And that is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
55.
Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get the rest there on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. If I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go, Shaq. Liking 18.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Go.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Look at the throw. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot with the QB.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
I got you. I got you.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
180.
55. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
There's gone. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
We're good. We're good.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 85.
Let's make these babies
Off a handoff to Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could go.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Cowboy 80.
On first down, Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Ready?
44, Mike.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando,
All
and
day
Jonathan
defense.
Coach will coach on the highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found it.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aleem McNeil, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Turnover. Let's get that ball.
Off the bootleg. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Twist. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
After the interception, here's Gone. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's
Give me
caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Quintez Cephas, 43 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pharaoh Cooper now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
180! Woo! Mike, 55. Check.
On 1st and 10, gone. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Don't say nothing. 55's my guy.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff, he sets to fire deep.
All day,
the
baby, come
defense
on.
loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, 51 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. This time, the extra point will be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
That's what I do.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones looking for Shepard deep. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Jones on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on third. Goff. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive and get him on the ground.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean to just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
I'm trying to collect.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Maverick.
Now Goff on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the screen.
Great fake for Swift. Now Goff. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Past the 20. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive?
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off is the only way you can get it done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now left side on the swing pass. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Block 20! Hey, kill!
We got this.
Off on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
Easy work.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 5.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Goff now looking to throw. Throw caught by Raymond.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Cornell.
Pretty quiet.
Mike 48. Mike 48.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now Goff. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted. You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The Lions on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 19.
I got wide.
Out of the gun. Gone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he stopped immediately there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end left.
3 down. 3 down. Hey, check.
They'll take the give. Now gone. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Giants are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Safe, safe, safe. Check your hot read.
Here's Jones, throwing on first down. That's complete to Slate. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. Jones throw on target to Shepard, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2nd and 16.
That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move the field.
On the ground, and Swift will start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
180! All day, all day. Mike 55.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. That's to his running back, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you've probably got a quarterback that's a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
180! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Super one. Super one. Back, back, back.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. Any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jones. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple points in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
44, Mike, 44.
Now Jones. Here, that's complete to Shepard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had 1 final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy.